Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 27th. This week, we're just going to jump right in here. And you have this focus card and this success card. Obviously, if you want to be successful, you have to focus. Every single person literally has had this. And your message is even more specific because you have the star here. The star is about having a North Star, like having one thing that you focus on, that you work towards to make yourself successful. So it's kind of like having a big goal, wish, or dream, and using that as your guiding light. It's like if all your decisions, come from this place, then your life will be a lot easier as well at this time. So, I think that this could be you needing to focus. You do have the tower here, but every single person has had the tower. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was some sort of global tower moment. Every single person in the December monthly readings as well had the tower. So clearly, there's something going on. I believe we're in a time of tower moments anyway. The tower is about ignoring reality, and the tower happens so that we can come back down to reality, so we can see reality for what it is. So, and you literally have the Ace of Swords here, which could be like a truth. Look at this though, 3 aces, like amazing, number one. So I think that there's a lot of good stuff here, but, don't get distracted by, some sort of tower moment. Although, again, you also have the star. Whenever you have a reading with the star and the tower, it kind of suggests that you are healing from a tower moment. The star comes up after the tower. I kind of get the feeling that this, like, right here is more saying, that if you're trying to heal from a tower moment, this is what you should be doing, is having a focus. And you have 3 aces here, which is like a major new beginning. Every single person, again, has had something about a new beginning. Again, I could really just do collective readings at this point. I think the energy is very similar. I don't think like there is that much different going on for, the signs necessarily going on. There are like little things here and there, but for the most part, I think we're in this like spiritual funnel is what I'm going to call it, where we're all being kind of squoze down to a point, right, where we have to pop out the other side. What's on the other side? Who the hell knows? But I think we're going through a major transition clearly, and really, I think we're creating our own new world, but I think we have to fill it with our own good ideas, as I always say. So that's why I encourage people to, work on something. Could be anything: writing a book, starting a business, just taking care of yourself. It, doesn't have to be anything major. It could be something very small. It could also be you doing something that like no one in your family has done before. Pluto in Aquarius, I believe, star comes up like crazy. The star is all about being an inspiration, and I believe that the most spiritual thing we can do during Pluto in Aquarius is to be an inspiration for other people. So, anything you can do to do that would be a good idea. You have the Ten of Cups. It's like Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty. And you do have the Nine of Swords here, but you're going like this. Nine of Swords, Tower to the Six of Pentacles. I kind of feel like you could cut something off much faster. It's like I have a weird message popping into my head, like you're trying to starve something out. But instead of doing that, I would just cut something off. It's like, sometimes I think we're like in a relationship, for example, and it's not working. So then we just start like trying to drift away, and instead of just cutting it off. And, that's what I mean by starving something out. And that's like, those are the words that are popping into my head here going this way. But, you have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords encourages you to cut something off. You go to the Three of Wands as well. And the Three of Wands is a card of, kind of like taking a leap of faith. But really, it's my card that says, what are you waiting for? And so I feel for a lot of you, it's time to either cut something off or, kind of like make a commitment to something else. This does not have to be love. I don't think it is love for most of you. I feel like some of you are trying to just get away from one thing and you're trying to go more towards another, probably in regards to your energy as well. You have the Six of Pentacles. You have this collaborate card right here. So it's like you're looking for something, you're looking for true fulfillment. Here you go, your very first card. With the star, you have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, she focuses on fulfilling herself first. And she is also focused on healing her heart. So it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of you were going through a healing, or just kind of like focused on healing yourself. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you need to, again, cut something out completely. It could be preventing you from finding your happiness as well. It's like if you're doing something that you hate, I think it's going to get harder and harder to do that. I've been saying this for months that, really, it's like I think gone are the days where we can, kind of like force ourselves to deal with something. And what I mean by that is like, it's like I think that for many years people have been like forcing themselves to work at a job that they hate, right? It's going to get harder to do that. And so I feel like almost like impossible. And so I feel like the universe is really trying to get people to realize that we can have happiness, but we have to choose happiness. We have to make the changes, to make it happen. And that might include a tower moment. So, there you go. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Hangman here. So again, the Hangman is a card of delays. And this to me really tells me the universe is saying that you know enough. You have enough details. The Hangman, normally his head is glowing and he is searching for enlightenment. But sometimes when I see stuff like this right here, it basically is the universe saying like, hey, you could easily set yourself free from whatever this is. You have enough details to like move forward from something. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Driftwood card. It says, go with the flow, trust where the universe is taking you. You have a sailboat. It says, sail on. You're heading in the right direction. Yes, whatever you are feeling pulled towards, you have 3 aces. Definitely a new beginning. So I feel you could be feeling pulled in a new direction. You have the Ace of Wands like everybody else. Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. There's a crumbling castle here. You have a crumbling tower going on here as well. And so this just seems to be kind of like, this part of your reading at least seems to be just what the collective energy is that, we're all kind of maybe moving on to bigger and better things. And that's what this reading is really encouraging you to do, I believe. And also clearly to follow your inspiration. The Star and the Ace of Wands are both cards of, following your inspiration, being inspired to do something new or move in a new direction. And, I feel that's what that's saying. You have the Tower. I don't know. I feel like I said, I keep getting this energy of starving something out. So like I said, if you're like staying into, I'm not telling you what to do as always, I don't think tarot should tell you what to do. But if you're in a situation where you feel like you're just trying to, drift away, I feel like this is saying you could make this a lot easier on everybody involved if it is a relationship, but it doesn't have to be. Again, if this is like a job or a business, obviously I wouldn't just recommend just quitting a job right now, but it's like you could maybe put a little bit more effort into like a side hustle, side business, or getting a new job. And I almost feel like just like a little bit more is going to lead to a faster result right here. And then you have the Ace of Swords, which is a victory, the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity. So, I kind of feel like this is saying that the universe is really waiting for you to make the, cut something off. And, that's really the feeling I get here. You even have the Page of Pentacles, which is something new. For a lot of you, it could be a new person, definitely could be an Earth sign or an Aquarius. The Aquarius and Earth are really standing out to me. It could be any sign. This is a general reading, but I do feel that there could be new love coming in for you. I would also say, like, if you're waiting for love, like this to me looks like the fact there needs to be communication here. Going this way, you have the Ace of Swords to that 3 of Wands, so, make sure you're flirting or, I would do something if you're interested in a person. Again, if you are having a new beginning, I see a lot of success here, in anything new, clearly. With the Ace of Wands, you have the High Priestess. Everybody has been getting tons and tons of Piscean energy. Again, we have Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. I believe that at this time, Neptune in Pisces is your crazy, big-ass dream life, like whatever dream you want to create. And Saturn is like, if you put in the work, you can have it. So right here. You have the Star, which is the dream, the Ace of Wands, which is the inspiration. You have the Ace of Swords, which is your truth and laser-like focus, and the Ace of Pentacles, which is, the big opportunity being presented to you. Again, like I said, it's like, Neptune in Pisces is very dreamy, is very much fantasy. Which is not necessarily a good thing. I'm a Pisces. I do not like Neptune and Pisces. I don't even think Neptune rules Pisces in the first place. To me, it's Jupiter and Saturn for the most part. But for the most part, Jupiter, right, which is the ancient ruler. I feel like it's still the ruler. I could go on and on and on about it. But the point being is that I don't even think Pisces likes Neptune and Pisces. It's like this big fantasy. The good news is that Saturn is there. I think the beauty of Saturn there is like if you maybe you have this impossible dream in your life, but if you take the steps to get there, you will get there. Plain and simple. Saturn's like, if you do the work, then sure, you will get the result. So start doing the work. It looks like this could be very successful. And with the Tower, you have the 2 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're no longer sticking. It's like there's someone's agenda. It just like popped into my head randomly, just right now, looking at the Star. It's almost like you're no longer part of someone's agenda, or someone had an agenda or has an agenda. This could be like a person that you're dealing with. This could also be like a boss or something like that who's just not, who's kind of like one of those bosses who it just isn't open to anything. Like a boss who's like, no, we do things my way because this is how we've done it for 100 years, never willing to change. So I don't know, it's weird how I feel that, but there you go. And with the Page of Pentacles, you have the Chariot. See, I feel like you need to choose the path to victory, which is this right here. Your truth is what I feel on the Ace of Swords, and then the Three of Wands. Like, the Three of Wands is a card of foresight. It's almost like you could be seeing the future. Again, you have a lot of Piscean energy here, so you could just be very intuitive right now, Aries, and you could be having these intuitive insights about the future. And again, I would trust those insights. I would trust those things, going up to the Three of Wands, because the Three of Wands is, again, the card of foresight. He sees a future, but he needs to move towards that future. So, there you go. Next, you have this debilitated card. It says discomfort. I feel like you've been sitting in discomfort where you are for too long. It's almost like I get this, like I feel like I said this to you maybe like 6 months ago or something like that. I don't remember, but it's popping into my head right now. That it's like I get this feeling almost of anxiety, where it's like I'm not saying it's anxiety, but it's like one of those things where maybe you're working on something that just gives you anxiety, or maybe it's just like there's not enough security in something. And so I feel like that could be what you're moving away from, especially in work or business. I don't even know that you're moving away from it necessarily. I mean, again, you could just be, if it's like a business, you could just be adding more structure, making it more secure. You have this Aquarius card. It says collaborate. Yes, I feel it is a time of collaboration. Again, Pluto going into Aquarius. Anything you can do to work together with other people is just going to be very, very helpful. But this doesn't have to be you directly working with people. It could be, learning from other people. It could be you sharing ideas that you put out into the world. That's collaboration. It could be anything. But I would definitely encourage collaboration at this time. You have the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles is a card of equal give and take. So, make sure that you're entering into situations where there is equal give and take, or there is balance. I also feel that you have learned what you can invest in and what you can't invest in. We're talking about your time, effort, energy. And I do feel you're being more picky about who you give what to. And again, I think this is a good thing. I think you're understanding that you can't just give to people, willy-nilly, because you need to maintain your own energy and your own space and all that other stuff. So I definitely get that here. I also just see you kind of saying that this whole entire reading really says that you're cutting one thing out so you can have a bigger focus, or more you have that focus success card at the beginning. It's like saying you're picking a focus which is leading to success. It's like you're finally putting energy into the right side of the scale here on the Six of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a victory. It is also laser-like focus. It also represents a sacrifice. There's a palm frond right here, and palm fronds in the tarot can represent a sacrifice. You have an olive branch right here, which can represent an offer of peace or abundance. So I feel for a lot of you, you're just choosing abundance, and you could be cutting something out that is not providing abundance in your life. You have the Ace of Pentacles here. Ace of Pentacles is a big opportunity, so I kind of feel that there is a big opportunity. What's crazy is a lot of signs as well. Number one, starting in December, in the December readings, a ton of aces started showing up again. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure this happens at the end of every single year, just so everybody knows. I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, I think this happens every year around December. A ton of aces show up. Beginning of the year, basically. 2024, and so maybe people are just more kind of more open to new beginnings, or people are more excited about, starting something new. So, aces can just represent new beginnings. I don't know if it's that, or if there's really are just more opportunities available to everybody. With the Six of Pentacles, well, I mean, this would kind of ruin what I just said, but Page of Wands is a card of adventure. I do feel right now, I say it all the time in my videos, that I believe we're in a time of digging for gold, where we really, really have to put in the energy and effort to look for opportunities. I think there's more opportunity than ever, and you might be saying, Chris, no, there isn't. There are no opportunities. which might be true on the surface, but if we dig, I think we will find a lot of opportunities. So yes, it's going to be more work than ever because, again, right now we're all buying this fantasy. We all believe that we should be billionaires overnight, but that's the Neptune and Pisces. And then Saturn comes in and is like, yeah, but are you actually going to work for it? So that's where the digging comes in. And the Page of Wands is about looking for something. He is enthusiastic about the future. He's like going off on this new journey. And so he has to like look for something. But if you look, you will find it. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Six of Wands. Yes, big victory here. You have 3 cards of victory. 1, 2, 3. So this is the direction you need to go in. Towards the future, maybe towards a futuristic idea. Maybe towards something that maybe something that you're just dreaming up, but I feel like there will be success there. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Two of Cups. I do feel like a little bit of love here. I wouldn't say it's totally a love reading, but I feel if you want it, it's here. The Two of Cups is a perfect match. So there definitely could be a perfect match. This could also be you and your higher self. Again, Two of Cups to me is you and your higher self. So again, if you're looking for an opportunity, you could be being guided towards an opportunity but it's more based off your enthusiasm with the Page of Wands. Next, you have this Odd Jobs card. It says, here you go. It says, consider creating multiple streams of income. Second job, odd job, freedom. Freedom is more important than financial security. I'm telling you right now, I was saying this at the beginning of the reading, that I really see you cutting something out that you hate. So again, maybe you really actually hate your job or something. Again, I would not just quit, right? Especially right now. Like I said, Saturn. I always tell people it's like Saturn is what your grandpa would do, right? Your grandfather, even if he worked at McDonald's, years ago, he probably would have written like a formal letter of resignation and he would have given like a month notice. I'm not saying you have to be that ridiculous, but what I am saying is it's like Saturn is the wise old teacher. So it's like, make sure you're not just quitting. Make your grandpa, he would have had a job lined up already before he quit and, all that other stuff, right? So do things that way because then there won't be any problems. If you just quit and start looking for a job, you're going to be looking for a job for the next 2 years, right? So it's like, do it the right way and work with the energy and you'll be fine. You have this card that says, know that you are safe and protected. There you go. So I feel like you're protected. I feel like this is where you're protected right here. 3 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Wands is telling me that not only is like your future protected, but, he's looking at these ships that are in the water here. I always say, like, what are you waiting for? There's like an opportunity that's available to you, and I feel you need to get to work. I also feel like, there could be like some positive examples that are existing for you, some like trains that exist, some success trains. That's what we're going to call this. And these success trains, this is how it's popping into my head. It's like, I think that you see some people that are maybe making some changes, like, especially if you have a side hustle or business, you might see your competitors doing this. I always tell people, don't compare yourself, but I think we should be studying our competitors. Of course, we should be not comparing, but studying and seeing, hey, what are they doing? What can I try? What can I experiment with, right? And I feel like there are a couple trains that exist, especially for those of you with a side hustle, like a couple of people that really stand out. And I don't know, that's how it's like popping into my head. I would like hop on their train, whatever it is. Like if they're doing something new, doing something different, I would just experiment and try with it. And, try what they are doing. I always tell people it's like, I did the 60-day challenge. Well, we're still doing it. But, I'm teaching people basically YouTube and, all this other stuff and social media. And I always tell people it's like, don't compare yourself to like Mr. Beast, right? Who has like a bajillion views. But it's like, if you did, 1% as well as he did, you would be extremely successful. So it's like, don't try to be perfect, but just start experimenting with the new ideas, if that makes sense. And, that's what I would do here. That's the time I believe we're in where we just need to like start experimenting. You have this 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is a card of resting, relaxing, recovering. I would definitely rest, relax, recover. I see like the next couple of years, like a rocket ship where it's like if you're working, you're probably going to be doing a lot of work and really putting in a lot of work. So I think, collect energy when you can and do things that fulfill you when you can. You have the 3 of Pentacles. Again, teamwork makes the dream work with the 3 of Pentacles. So anything you can do to work with other people, going to be very successful. With the 3 of Wands, you have the 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles is work hard, play hard. It's showing up in the good stuff. And, excuse me, again, it could represent balancing your energy. We see a lot of balance here. And so you might be having to, again, work a job while you're improving your side hustle. Maybe you have a business, but you want to change your business. It's like you might have to keep working on the business while you make the change. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's definitely the time you're in. And again, by the way, with all the Pisces talk, again, you and Pisces are very similar. It is strange to me. It's like, it's funny, sorry, I don't know why my alarm goes off at this time, but whatever. What I would say is that, it's always strange to me that you and Pisces are like, have very similar concepts in your reading. You're right next to each other, so it makes sense. But, at the same time, it's like you're not necessarily the same, right? So, again, you might want to watch the Pisces reading if you have Pisces in your chart. With the Four of Swords, you have the Page of Cups. If you've been praying for a person to come into your life, I do feel like there's a person coming in for you here. Earth and air stands out to me here, and basically everything here. It could literally be any sign. Page of Cups to me is just like a general admirer card, but there could be someone you've been wishing for coming in for you. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Hermit here. Yes, time to open up to other people is what I would say. There's definitely a theme of teamwork in this reading. Hermit is like not wanting to work with other people, even though it's showing up in the good stuff. And Three of Pentacles is needing to open up to teamwork. So, that's what you cannot make this up. I literally said this. Are you kidding? At the beginning of the reading, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. It says funnel on it. Like I literally talked about the funnel at the beginning of the reading. So there you go. But we're pulling 5 main themes. You have this March card and this pin card. It says new job, new career. So it might take until like March, which will be here before you know it. People like for years, like I'm not calling anyone out here, but for like years, I always get comments where people are like, I don't want to wait till this time or that time. I'm like, yeah, but it'll be here before you know it. It's like put in the work now because, one of my favorite quotes of all time, I think, is Brian Tracy, where he says, in 5 years, it's going to have been 5 years anyway. So, and he's talking about setting a goal, a 5-year goal and achieving it. And so I'm paraphrasing here, but, the whole point is that the time passes. And, I remember listening to that quote like 10 years ago. So it's already happened twice for me, right? And it's like, it'll be March before you know it. The time is going to pass anyway. So take advantage of it and start working on a new opportunity now because you'll be happy that you did. You have this Torch card. It says spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Yes. And you know what's weird? I feel like someone's carrying a torch for you. It's like there's someone who is into you or something like that or will be into you. But you know that saying, carrying a torch or something? I don't know. It's popping into my head. You have the Scissors card. It says disappointment in some affair. Yeah, but it's like I think that you are disappointed just like Pisces in something. But I feel like there's something so much better. It's like it's like 5 of Cups energy. What you're holding on to is not even something you enjoy any longer. The whole point of the 5 of Cups, which you don't have it here, I'm just saying, is that he's grieving the loss of something he doesn't even want anymore. He doesn't even like it anymore. I think the second you stop doing that, there's like good stuff coming in. Now you have this Rose card. It says romance is in the air. I really see something kind of like slow and kind of more that takes its time. Maybe you start as friends, with a person and it kind of develops over time or something, but it does feel slower than what you're used to is what I would say here. There's something, I don't even know what it is, honestly. Again, I don't trust any intuitive that claims they know everything, of course. So I have no freaking clue what I'm even talking about, but again, it feels slow to me. I think it's a good thing. So there you go. Thank you for being here, Aries. Really appreciate it. And definitely enjoy your week.